Hey, great Sunday evening. It is a nice evening in the city of Brownsville. Very hot day, very hot day, and it's been dull day. Actually, had church this morning, had church this evening, and did a little bit of Netflixing actually, surprisingly enough. And that's the bulk of my day. How you doing, Frankie?
Oh, good evening, Erasmo. Hello, world. Happy Sunday to everybody. I was out, on the campaign trail, speaking with some concerned citizens. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate meeting different people. Getting to know them a little bit about their concerns. All in all, Erasmo, people are, you
Can
know,
Haley
people are ready for
Mackenzie?
change. And one big topic that kept coming up was, that teachers will be coming out to vote this November, that they are dissatisfied with the current administration and how they've been treated. I really appreciate people opening up, letting me know how they feel and what they expect from the new board after November. So all in all, it was a good Sunday. I had multiple conversations, so it was great to meet different people along the way. And I continue to ask all our friends and family to please have patience. I do have a list, and I am going around town every day. I don't think that I've forgotten about you. So in the very near future, I will make my way around your part of
Yes.
town. So all I ask for is patience.
Love you, Mackenzie.
So, what's up, Mackenzie? So, all in all, it was a good Sunday at Osmo. Looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow, officially, our campaign will start. Looking forward to see who will be throwing in their names into the ring. Tomorrow, the deadline is at 5. So, and the drawing for the place on the ballots will be at 6 p.m. So, looking forward to that. All in all, Osmo, was a good weekend. Eager to start this upcoming week with the understanding that we will finally know who will be, vying for the position on the Brownsville Independent School Board as a trustee.
Well, actually, this is a good start, Rona. What are we going to do about voting with the post office cutting hours? Can we get ballot boxes? It's kind of a weird deal. I think we can't control what's happening with the post office. I do know that one of the things that I did read was that Congress was supposed to come back in order to address the issue in regards to the work schedule. I mean, look, guys, uh, I, the part of the reasoning behind cutting down some hours from postal service is to cut on overtime expenditures. Basically, the UPS is not a self-supported entity. It is billions of dollars in the red. So, I mean, hope I don't control this. I understand why they would want to stop delivering on Saturdays. Why can't it be a Monday to Friday thing? It's just an extra day. I mean, I always feel bad for the postal workers that have to work on Saturday anyway. So, I mean, if we don't get any mail Saturday and Sunday, how is that going to affect a lot of the people if you wait till Monday? You know, it's my take on it. It's just who uses regular mail still anyway? Isn't it just less and less individuals that are actually using less and less mail? I mean, I can't remember. Well, I can remember when I sent my last postage via UPS, yeah, USPS. I did send a shirt to my one of the loves of my life, Jeremiah, out there in Tennessee. Jeremiah, as the sent him a shirt, and I did use the post office. But besides that, I just can't remember when's the last time I used the post office. But that's just my take. And Osmo, number one, we love you. I love you, Rose. Thank you. Blessings. Looking good. Erasmo Castro always looks good. Thank you, Leo. God bless. Love you both. Love you, Mackenzie. Good to see you. And Frankie, God bless you both. And everyone, God is good and blessings to all. God has been very, very good. Really, very, very good. Is what Trump doing with mail ballots not funding U.S. Postal Services considered voting fraud? No, not at all. Look, guys, the postal service has been in the red far way before Trump, and I don't necessarily think it's just to suppress the mail-in ballots. Now, if they ultimately decide to, affect some order in regards to the mail-in ballots, then I'd start to wonder, which is something that they have actually talked about. But is it going to happen? I don't know. I'm still waiting for a puppy Trump check. That's what I mean. I understand a lot of people's concern, but right now I think the number one concern for a lot of our people here is when are we getting puppy Trump check? And unfortunately for us, Congress is stalled in regards to it. So I'm hoping that Congress comes back, from their month-long outing and come back and pass some puppy Trump checks because I like puppy Trump checks. They're good.
President Trump did post a couple days on Thursday or Friday, if I'm not mistaken, at Osmo, that he is ready. That he is ready to sign and pass. The $1,200, and I think it was $3,100, $3,200 per household, and 34. Also another $3,400. I'm sorry, and then another loan for small businesses. But he blatantly stated that it was the Democrats holding back on agreeing to this. So again, it's always political. My take is that it would benefit the president to send out a check before the November election, obviously. But as we all know, the Democrats probably fear this and don't want to give President Trump any leg up in the game, so to speak. So we'll see where this goes. I'm sure we could all use the $1,200 or $3,400, depending on our families. That's good extra money. And of course, our small businesses that are still, seeing the ramifications and the effects of the COVID-19 crisis. So my thing is, I hope the small businesses do get some sort of money again. We have seen throughout our city, very importantly, how small businesses have been affected. Some employers have, let go of their workers. So hopefully, both parties will agree to something to help out our local economy here in Brownsville as well.
When do we vote? Early voting starts October 13, goes all the way through the end of October, and election day is November the 3rd. There is going to be 3 weeks of early voting. But again, guys, the sooner you can get out there and vote, please. Guys, there's still time for individuals that haven't registered to vote. I know for a fact that I have a couple of individuals coming in tomorrow that have just turned 18 that are going to register to vote. I mean, come on, guys. You got to get everyone out there registered to vote. All of people running for positions for BISD. We'll find out tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we'll announce who is going to run against who. We still don't know if there's going to be any changes to the roster or if anybody else is going to be throwing their hat in the ring. Right now, there's a couple of rumors. There's been a rumor that Julieta Garcia, previous president of UTB-TSE, might be thinking of throwing her hat in the ring. I've heard a couple of calls from Katy Presas, and I think she's planning to throw her hat in the ring. There might be someone from the recent old guard, and Coach Joe Rodriguez might be throwing his hat in the ring. Besides them, no other names have resounded as regards to individuals that are wanting to throw their name in the ring. One of the things that I think that is very important about this race, guys, is if you have no name recognition, you're probably not going to do that great. If they have to recognize your name, because there's not going to be politics as usual. There's not going to be pachangas. There's not going to be chicken plates. There's not going to be beer fests. There's not going to be anything of that. It's going to be very, very hard for individuals to be doing the same old politiquera trips. There's not going to be, people knocking at your door. And if people do go out there and knocking your door, it's kind of lame. Nobody should be going out there and knocking at your door, mask or shields, and asking for your vote. It's just kind of a desperation move. It's something like sending friend requests to people that you don't even know. It's kind of like a desperation, weird, like stalkerish move. I'm not saying who's doing that, but I can't remember. I think I sent one friend request this week, but it was someone who actually is a supporter, and I found out that they weren't on my friends list. I also did a little sweeping house. And, again, if you're out there supporting this idiot Minerva Peña and anyone that's coming back to the sport, I don't want you on my friends list. So, yeah, if you're out there supporting Minerva Peña, I really don't want you on my friends list. She is Dumb. Can you turn
We,
up
we
the volume?
we have seen it, Osmo, how previous elections, people have waited until the 11th hour to actually submit their name or for their name to be on the ballot. But you're very correct. Nowadays, this election is different like no other. The COVID-19 pandemic kind of threw a monkey wrench into it because people aren't going to be able to go block walking. They're not able to have those get-togethers at Cobbleheads.
Love you, Smiley.
We've seen year in and year out. So now this election is all about name recognition. You're going to have somebody who is well known throughout the city, throughout the community, to be able to garner any momentum, any votes this late in the game. That's why it was very important for people to actually throw out their name early on in this race. And we have heard about these potential candidates coming out and they're fishing it, Osmo. They've been fishing lately, asking around, to see what traction they would get, if any. I've heard of several candidates who have been reaching out and, they've been wanting to hear that, oh, you got my support, you should run. But for whatever reason, they're not getting that traction that they've been expecting. So, Monday, 5 p.m., it's going to be very interesting who, is willing to jump in the race because pretty much everybody's already aligning. Everybody kind of has an idea of who they're going to support or possibly who would they consider in voting for in November. So it is late in the game, but again, that's no telling. There's no telling to who, would be able to be victorious this late in the game. But hey, it's never a dull day in Brownsville politics, right, Osmo? So we may never know, So 5 p.m. is going to be very interesting to see who is in that room at 6 p.m. Hey, we might be in for a surprise here or two, Osmo.
We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Again, guys, I don't know any other names that have been thrown out there, so I can't say. But it's going to be interesting. Oh, I know that Sylvia picked up the package and she was making some phone calls. She's planning to run, so I'm hoping that she actually, takes the high road and jumps into 5. I'd love to see that woman in a race. I hope she comes into 5. If Miss Dr. Julieta Garcia, yeah,
Yep.
Dr. Julieta Garcia wants to run. I hope she runs in 5. I mean, I need someone in 5. I have no competition in 5. So I don't want to run by myself. Guys, I'll walk into the seat if you want me to, but I need a little bit of competition. I hear Otis Powers might decide to run. I'd like that little boy back in my race. So Otis, jump in the race again. I'll whip your behind one more time, bro. But I'm kind of concerned. I'm running against no one. So it is what it is. In regards to the UPS, United States Postal Service, again, I'm not sure exactly what the reason is. I know that they mentioned that I can't remember who mentioned that they've been saying. I think it was mentioning that they have been saying that they're going to close on Saturdays for a while. I just don't see what solutions are out there for the Postal Service. I don't know. It's far beyond my pay grade. I don't get paid that much. Is it true when the movies open next week, tickets will sell for 15 cents? No. It doesn't make any sense. That's crazy talk. Frankie, Democrats blame Republicans and vice versa. Bottom line, unfortunately, everybody blames everybody. Buenas noches, caballeros. Que la pasen bonito. Gracias. Hello, good evening, Elizabeth. Americans are suffering, and these guys are out on vacation playing with the livelihood of American people. It's disastrous. I agree. I think they need to come back and get to work. It's like I was very upset that the superintendent, was out there at the Galapagos riding turtles, 150-year-old turtles, sipping on daiquiris, 150-year-old turtles with back problems. Who in their right mind goes out there on vacation while their staff is out there killing themselves and working through a pandemic? It makes no sense. Aquí ando, cat. Awesome. So after you guys win for board, will you still have this show informing us of what you can do? 100%. I will be on here every night, every morning, except on Sunday mornings. You got my vote. Thank you for what you do for me. Thank you tonight. I love you. Good
And
evening.
I'm sorry. It is very important. Going back to Reyes question / comment in regards to the show. I think it's very important. Now, and we've talked about this previously, but very quickly. People want to be informed. Politicians for far too long have been doing everything in the dark. They expect for us to believe everything that they tell us. But the beauty about this podcast at Osmo is that we're able to provide the community with information. Now, living in the in the 21st century, everybody is on their phone, and people expect to know what's going on within the community. And as we all know, information is power, knowledge is power. So that's something that we will bring to the BISD Independent School Board. We will be able to be transparent in all sense of the word. And that's something that every politician uses very loosely. Transparency. I think there's a board member at Osmo who was, who uses that word a lot. And I think she tried to get an insurance from the school district to the college, not saying any names. But that's something that we will do. We will be transparent and accessible in all sense of the word. Again, and I've already said this previously. If you have any suggestion, if you want to criticize, if you want to make recommendations, you know where to find us every night at 9 p.m. And I think there's a great outlet to do so. If you have any questions, any concerns, post your comments. Erasmo has made it very, very clear. Every question on here will be answered. And again, I'm not here to say that I know it all, but we will find the answers, and we will give you an opportunity to be vocal about it. And that's very important for a board member to do, to listen. That's a big responsibility, because we're supposed to listen, get that information, and make sure that either the superintendent or administration looks into it and fixes it. So yes, Reyes, once we're on the board, we will be here on every night, with the exception of, every Tuesday when we have a board meeting, and it might go past 9 p.m. But yes, of course, you best believe that we will use this outlet to keep our community informed on everything that's going on within our city, but most importantly, with our school district.
Sebastian, 1240 East Madison. 1240 East Madison. I have a couple shirts left. You can pick them up tonight or tomorrow. I'll be here till 10:30, or tomorrow all day. I get a new batch of shirts on Tuesday. So it's going to be fun. PUB's failing Olmito. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry again. I don't know what's going on. I hear that all of north of Alton Glore, the Pines, what is it called? The Woodlands?
Villa Los Pinos.
That one. I use something with Villa Los Pinos. They have no light as well, and it's not a good thing. PUB sucks. They charge too much money. Erasmo, Armanda, love you. Erasmo, help us. I will contact them in a bit. I promise. I will call my people out of PUB. Sorry. Can everyone else hear? Mine sounds so far away. You might want to raise the volume, Arambul. You look very pretty tonight. Y Latina, ¿pa' cuándo? Latina, la Ernestina. No sé. No power, no Olmito. Sorry. Eating Whataburger right now, thinking of you as I eat. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Enjoy your Whataburger. Actually, I went to Whataburger right before coming on.
We should get sponsored by Whataburger.
I got me a small Dr. Pepper shake. Benny's District 4 Commission has a COVID confession the morning after Joe tosses his name in the ring. Yeah, I wish. Look, guys, one of the reasons why I wanted to do the antibody test, live was, hey, man, I wanted you to go see the process and, answer some questions in case I would have come out positive. I'm very, very fortunate, and I thank God that we came out negative. With that said, Dr. Hernandez said that we will be doing the other test, the antigen test, later on this week, or the PRC test. So we'll see how that goes. And again, I'm going to do it live so that y'all can have an opportunity. Again, going back to transparency, I know Frankie doesn't want to mention the name, but the individual is always crying about transparency, and try to slip a fast one at TSC. The TSC board with the insurance contract was Prissy Roca-Tipton. again, guys, I have no issue because it's saying the name because it's just very, very, very true. And one of the things that is important and necessary is we definitely do need some form of transparency at the district, but not only at the district, at all levels, city commission, like Paul mentions. I really wish that in order to bring awareness, I really wish that any commissioner or any elected official out there that has tested positive or has gone through this, would have been a little bit more vocal back then to continuously let our community know what was going on. Now, if the individual was at that point where they couldn't talk, but I'll tell you one thing. I mean, if I ever, and I don't plan to because I take good care of myself, if I ever do contract coronavirus, I will be on here showing you the effects of it on a daily basis, on a daily manner, because that is what transparent stewardship is all about. Let your community know what's going on. You are well known. That could be a good thing, and that could be a bad thing. Minerva was out there putting up signs throughout Brownsville and taking pictures of Frankie's signs and my signs. And I guess she thought it was cute for her to be doing that. I mean, I don't care what she's doing. She's a nut. Look, guys, she is such an embarrassment. Look at the picture that she's putting up on her signs. When is the last time she ever looked like that? Like 60 years ago? I mean, who does that? It's crazy talk. Good evening, gentlemen. Back in Brownsville, left part of my heart in Aguiland. Glad to get you back. Over 3 plants without power in Olmito. I'll contact them right now. I promise you, my man. Sorry. Bruno, PUB said it was a planned blackout, but they are getting it repaired.
Planned blackout?
Yeah. Kind of weird. Good evening, Dad Primo. Is Frankie pulling an Erasmo stunt? No pantsuits during the live show. I actually pants today.
I have shorts.
Erasmo, you have my vote, Victor. I need your vote, bro. And I don't know, only need your vote, my man. I need your family's vote, your friend's vote, your neighbor's vote, everyone. I need you to bombard social media and make sure that individuals go out there and vote. I want to share an experience as soon as I catch up with all the comments. What's up, Kitty Cat? I like it when you call me Kitty Cat. Love you, Juan. Always expect the unexpected. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but again, I just honestly don't care who I run against. So anyone that wants to come into my race, I'll be okay. I'm excited. I am truly excited. I don't care who it is. I would wish that I'd wish that maybe La Pingüina was going to switch over, but apparently she's not going to. I wish that little Eddie would switch over, but of course he's not going to. He's afraid of Erasmo, and again, I understand. Sylvia. I mean, she stands a little chance of winning her seat in re-election. She stands absolutely no chance against an Erasmo Castro. No chance whatsoever against Erasmo Castro. So, I mean, I would wish that she was up for the challenge and prove me wrong, Sylvia. Come on over to Daddy. Daddy wants you.
Erasmo, how do you see her case?
Hey.
We have early voting during the first week, if I'm not mistaken, of her trial. How would that affect her? Is she going to be what would happen if for whatever reason she either enters a plea deal or the jury trial starts? I've been hearing that some they're trying out jury trial through Zoom, which I personally don't think is going to happen, but they're trying to figure it out. How do you think the Sylvia Atkinson case would go if she throws her name in the ring? You think that's a way of her showing the community that, hey, I'm innocent, I have nothing to hide, and I'm gonna put my name in the ring because I deserve to to get back my seat? How do you see that playing out at Osmo? Do you think that's a good thing, or would the community look at it as, hey, you should focus on your criminal matter first? Why are you dealing with both things at once? How do you think the public at Osmo would react to her throwing her name in the ring in politics when she has a federal indictment for bribery?
Well, Sylvia is very determined individual. She to this day probably thinks she's going to beat the system. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if she decided to run for re-election in her seat or decide to come on over to mine. But I think her and little Eddie have this little pack going. I know that Minerva and little Eddie have this little deal going. So again, you don't know. Right now, it's Minerva, little Eddie, and Philip, and all three of them are running as a quasi slate, which is kind of funky. But let me tell you guys, Sylvia doesn't need to be on the board to control the board. I mean, she's proven that for the past 7, 8 months of this year. She does not need to be there to control the sport. She controls Minerva. She controls Philip. She controls Laura. Definitely controls Prissy, and most definitely controls Drew and little Eddie. She controls them. I mean, look at guys. That's one of the reasons why they've got this 21-year-old and this 22-year-old that jumped into the race. I mean, they're St. Joe kids, and again, nothing against my St. Joe people. My St. Joe people know I love St. Joe, but these young little kids. Look at if Minerva Peña, who's like 100 years old, and Prissy La Rata Tipton, with a doctorate degree. Doesn't matter that's from Phoenix; it's still a doctorate degree. Drew with an education and so many years. I mean, if Sylvia could manipulate and control them, I mean, does anyone in the community think that Sylvia is not going to control a 21 and a 22-year-old? Anyone really? Come on, guys. These kids are easily manipulated. I mean, why would they want to serve on a BISD board? I mean, what connection do they have? What vested interest is there? There is none, guys. The truth is that there is none. There really isn't. Oh, and a friend of mine was saying, oh, but they might have good ideas. You really want to risk the future of our teachers' raises. You really want to risk, fear of retaliation, guys, on maybe, on a maybe. Let me tell you guys, if Sylvia controlled the older kids, Philip, Minerva, Prissy, Laura, Drew, and little Eddie, if she controls them, does anyone really honestly think that she's not going to control this 21-year-old little boy and this 22-year-old little girl? Anyone out there? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's be honest with ourselves. Now, teachers, again, I mean, if you're okay with everything that y'all have experienced in the past 8 months at the hands of this board and this stupid superintendent, then, I mean, ni a qué hablar. And let me tell you, whatever y'all decide to do, it's going to be your call. But if you want more of what you have experienced in the past 8 months to continue, then don't go out and vote. Don't do anything. But if you definitely want change, you want something new, someone that's transparent, someone that's going to be accountable to you, someone that will bring the power back to the people, to whereas they start fearing the people and not the other way around, guys, then you need not only come out and vote, you have to bring your family, your friends, word of mouth out there, because I'm not going to spend a lot of money in this race. I am not. I'm going to do my darndest. I'm going to put up signs. I'm going to fight this to the last minute, but I'm not going to throw tens of thousands of dollars in a campaign at all, because I won last campaign with less than $3,000. I'm hoping to win this campaign with less than $3,000. Where's my shirt? It's already been received, one, and they should be working on it. We should have it by Wednesday, I'm going to say. So let me know. Evening, Pedro. Swah, swah. The standout have already been identified late in the game for new participants. It's crazy. You got the little girl running in 5. Yeah, a 22-year-old little girl. And does anyone think that the 22-year-old little girl is not going to be controlled by Sylvia Atkinson? She'll eat her up for lunch. She'll be her appetizer. I mean, goodness gracious, guys. I mean, she was out there with the vendors that are going to be supporting her. Same ones. She was making deals with them. If she decides to stay in the race, I will show it to my community. Again, it is what it is. Saludos, Erasmo y Olivo, Frankie, 2020. Erasmo, any info about Head Start? What have they said? Ojalá abran los ojos. No, they have not. They are adamant in regards to continuing as they have. They state that they are abiding by the guidelines that have been set out by Cameron County. So again, it's a very, very sad situation. It's kind of the same situation that a lot of our adult daycares are as well. But it's not only these places that take care of our most precious citizens. You know, look at what's happening at the bingo cemetery. I mean, the bingo cemeteries, both of them, are maxed out, are full to the rim, full to the rim with brim, full to the rim. And yesterday there was an ambulance there. Someone stated that they were out there because they were picking up someone that's having a hard time breathing. I don't doubt it. Erasmo, we love you. I love you. You. Love you, Edgar. God bless. Thank you, Papa. No fighting, Erasmo. Not till tomorrow. Then it's all out. How long will the little blackout last? I'm sorry, Bruno. Don't know. Sorry, Erasmo. I meant all the way from Killeen, Texas. I love me some Killeen, Texas. Good evening. Good evening. Guys, what's up with Samarito getting our ex-super? Actually, she was already working there at Human Resources. Dr. Sendejas was there. Now she will be overseeing Region 2. And someone made a very, a clarification statement because a lot of people were saying, oh, well, now she's going to be overseeing the BISD board. We are led by Region 1. She's going to be overseeing Region 2. But again, it's a great accomplishment, guys. A great accomplishment and a lot of vindication for her. Turtle, 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 turtle. Preach. Oh, shoot. I jumped over. Full to the rim with brim. That's it. That's it. I'm lost my comments here.
Great.
Sorry, guys. I clicked on the thing and it gave, I don't want to miss anybody's comments.
We're just live.
Sorry, guys. And Albuquerque, someone asked me where they can find a list of candidates. I actually posted right under your comment. Under your comment, here he goes. There is a pandemic, 100%. Frankie, what's your opinion on Leal for trustee?
I do know Miss Leal. I think she would be a great asset to the school district. Her husband is a teacher, so she knows what they go through. So in my opinion, I think she would be a great asset to our community as our next school board trustee, Erasmo.
I've known Marisa Leal for a while. Again, she would do an amazing job. Very dedicated, a hard worker, and I think she would do a great job as a trustee. In Los Fresnos, but I'll go rent an apartment in Brownsville for a month in November just to vote for you guys. Thank you, Peter. Vente. Awesome answer, Olivo, guys. You guys have my vote. Thank you, Robert. Host a debate. That's part of the problem. I'd love to have a debate. And again, I welcome any candidate, even the little girl that's running against myself. I welcome anyone to come on and try and debate. I don't think that they will, anyone, but yeah, they're welcome. Time to wire up the BID slate completely, 100%. So did POTUS brother die of COVID? They still haven't stated. I'm going to say yes. Erasmo and Frankie, you are the goats. You are the goats. You are the goat, Dr. Spots. Frankie, I need you to answer something that has been bothering me. What is the BISD going to do with parents that work during the day and have nobody to leave their kids with?
It is going to be hard. We do understand that for the first 4 weeks, we are going to go distant learning. But this is a challenge that everybody's experiencing throughout the Rio Grande Valley and throughout the United States. We're going to have to figure out a way, and I hate to sound so bad, but we're used to having the dropping off our children for 8 hours and having the teacher give them the instruction. Now times have changed. My answer is we're gonna have to figure out a way. We find babysitters here and there. That's something that we're gonna get used to. Again, in my opinion, this is something that we're gonna have to be dealing with for the very near future, possibly past January. So what are the parents gonna do for their children? It's something that we're gonna have to figure out as a community. But again, I do believe that distant learning is the answer from here on out. and we're just gonna have to figure out what's best for each family. And again, we all know how grandmas, tias, cousins. I was raised like that. My grandparents are the ones that took care of me and watched over me. So that's something that each family's gonna have to figure out from here on in.
It is going to be a struggle, Arlie. It's going to be a struggle, but again, these are the times where we have to find, a lot of times our own solutions to a lot of the things. And Frankie mentioned, you bring in family members to help to assist in some way, shape, form, or other. You know, Unfortunately, we're going through a pandemic. No one wants to ever go through a pandemic, unless you're trying to unseat a rivaling president out there. But it's got to do what's best for everyone right now. One of the things that I think that we need to pay a lot of attention to is that we've only been approved for 4 weeks of distance learning. Oh, good. We've only been approved for 4 weeks of distance learning. After that, they plan to do another 4 weeks. So we'll see. So no such thing as a bad publicity, right? Man, never. Alfonso, what's up, my man? Frankie, you can put a sign at my house next to Erasmus. Yay! You. Frank, Carlos got my vote. Love you, Dr. Spots. We'll need him. And Carlos is going to do amazing. Carlos is going to run circles around his opponent, if that's the case. Where can we send Frankie food? He deserves no.
I can't eat past 7, Maria. I'm trying to slim down. Thank you. I appreciate it, though.
Actually, it's kind of weird, guys, but I have run out of signs. I will be ordering more signs this week. Just a couple more. Again, I don't want to spend a lot of money on this campaign, but I know a lot of people have been asking me for signs. This is the first time ever that I run for any position that people have, overtaken my signs very, very quickly. So I appreciate that. I've picked up my cookies and I've run out of shirts, but I have like 5-6 shirts left here and going to get some more on Tuesday. You'll be doing.
I'll take your sign. Sorry,
Frankie. Good. Frankie too. Good. Saludos, Michael, my man. When does early voting start? And can we just drop ballots in? And there will be a ballot box. Be at doing this will help. Actually, there's going to be drive-through curbside voting, Rowena. So you'll have that opportunity. You can also ask for a mail-in ballot. And I've already shared the number. I can share the number with you right now. If you care, I can give it to you right now. The phone number is that's not the phone number. Here it is. 544-0809. 544-0809. And again, all you have to do is call that number and let them know what's going on, and they'll surely get you a sign out there. I mean, they'll mail in ballot. I want to see Frankie's shorts. Lolita. It's not that late in the night. If we live in Olmito, can we vote for you? There's a part of Olmito that actually is allowed to vote. Yeah. So again, guys, there is a part in Olmito that is allowed to vote. You just have to check it and see if that is actually an option for you. So again, it is. You just have to make sure that you're in it. Saludos, Frankie. Hello, gentlemen. Hey, there's my man right there. And again, I don't know if Carlos was on right now, but I'll say it again. Carlos is going to run circles around anyone that runs against him. I have faith. Don't have a doubt. I'm not ashamed to say it. I went signs at my house of Frankie and Erasmo. Thank you, Alfonso. Love you.
Inbox me, Alfonso.
Yes. Please. I think La Pingüina is going to win again. There's no one strong enough running against her. Again, that depends 100% on the community.
Yeah.
And, if the community wants, look, guys, it's very, very simple, man. If you want some of what y'all been having before, then more power to you guys. And I've said it, and I've said it very, very, very gacho. But if you all want to continue to eat crap, then keep on voting for the same crap. It's that easy. And David, that's where we come in, man. That is where we start organizing as a community and really start a grassroots movement to get her out. And by that, bro, I mean that everyone out here, all my teachers, all my staff, all my students, everyone. I want everyone to go do a grassroots campaign, send out text messages. Make sure that everyone that is registered to vote now, and then during early voting, take the time to go pick up your family members and take them to the polls, guys. We need that type of movement, guys, because we can't afford to pay los politiqueros. We can't afford. We're not receiving money from the big time vendors out there. We can't afford to pay the politiqueros to be out there taking los viejitos out to vote. We can't do that, man. So if we want that change for the community, y'all have to want that change for the community. Again, and I've said it, and I'll say it personally because it comes from me. I will do my part. And there's a little clip recording that someone took out, and I said it in a morning show, and I'll say it again. I will do my part, guys. I mean, I'm going to expose myself for them to throw crap my way. The corrupt political machine is going to call me everything under the sun. They're going to do everything they can to defeat us, to bring us down, to defame us, everything. But they won't be able to produce facts. Not one single fact out there. So I am going to do my part. I'm going to take the hits. I'm exposing my family to take the hits. We as a community need to do our part as well, bro, or else it just doesn't work. If y'all don't come out and vote, it doesn't work. As a defense attorney, I believe in innocent until proven guilty, but I personally think she should have resigned as soon as she was indicted. This would show good faith in putting the board's interest before her own, at least until the matter is resolved. And I found innocent, and she could have ran again, but that's just my opinion. And I appreciate that professional opinion. She is as guilty as sin. I have no doubt. She is as guilty as sin. Creo que la pingüina has the same age as Chabelo. And the same taste. I don't know. Frankie, I probably wore my Erasmo shirt this weekend waiting for yours. Woohoo!
Hey, Tess, I'm getting shirts and masks on Tuesday afternoon. So I think on Wednesday, I'll be making my rounds around town with signs, masks, and shirts, guys. So it's coming. Thank you so much.
I would say the check comes in September. Puro yonke en el board. You're right, Jesse. I don't know if that's a question or statement. Trump said yes, pero aquellos están en vacaciones. Que se regresen.
Yeah.
Que pase el desgraciado. I may not be a high school student anymore, but I care about my friends who still attend BSD. Y'all the ones right for the job. Go out. Daniel, thank you, Bob. And we need your support, man. You're one of the most talented individuals in the city of Brownsville, bro. You're mega talented. And I've told you that personally. I've told you that as a band, individually, as a group. Very, very talented. I need your talents. I need you to go out there and use social media. I need you to write some songs. I don't know, something. But I need you to motivate our people out there, our other ex-students to come out and vote, please. And love you, man. You're an amazing, amazing artist. This is a great time for our BISD family, employees, and the community alike to express their concerns without fear of retribution. Thank you so much for all you do. I'm enthusiastically looking forward to our new board at Osmo, Frankie, and Carlos preach. Thank you, Vale. Love you. Come on, Brownsville. Everyone needs to get out and vote and take family, friends out to vote. It's essential. These kiddos have no experience in life, period. They do not know the struggles in our district. They have not walked the walk, so they can't talk the talk. Again, and I'm sorry that I have to dog on the children, man. But, a 21 and 22-year-old, and look at what Denise says is very important. If they had gone through, public education, they had gone through the process, they knew what it was to, not have 3 meals a day. They had to have a part-time job. I started working since I was 10 years old. 10 years old. And then when I was 15, I started to work for Whataburger. But I sort of lied a little bit about my age back then because you had to be 16 to start to work. But I was 15 years old, going to high school and still working at Whataburger. See, the 21 and 22-year-olds that want to run for BISD now never worked a day in their life. Everything has been given to them. The BMWs, the Mercedes, the trips to Italy, the trips to Europe, everything has been given to them. So, really, folks, do you really want to entrust our children's future and our teacher and staff livelihood on individuals that have, you know, had 4 or 5 meals a day, sipping on caviar? Can you sip on caviar?
Can you
Uh,
eat it?
oh, snorting caviar, or I don't know what you do with caviar. Uh,
Gee.
Lobster and steak any night they want. They go to Madeira, to Las Pampas, to all the nice expensive restaurants that sometimes we all just dream about going to. You know, I'm going to share a story, guys. One of my coaches out there, I had a conversation with them this week. They said, Asmo, man, one of the reasons that we miss coaching, and listen to what I'm saying. One of the reasons that I miss coaching is because you can't imagine the joy of the students, participating in sports, especially when we take them out of Brownsville.
Yeah.
And I mean, the coach was telling me, you know what, Erasmo, is that we sometimes take them, we pinch a little bit of our budget, we put in a little bit more money, and we'll take them to a nice restaurant, and our students, they freak out, because they don't go to nice restaurants. And it's true. Our students don't. Our students, they don't get to experience steak, lobster stuff, guys. They don't. So this coach was sharing with me. He goes, man, that's the one thing that I miss more than the athletics. The joy that it brings my students to take them out to compete in a different city. And the meals that we share, the conversations that we have, the intimacy, the closeness, the camaraderie. But he mentioned the food, how a lot of our students, guys, a lot of our students out there, they don't know, what it is to eat one of those lobsters and steaks at some of these expensive restaurants. Well, the children that are running for BISD right now, I mean, they've had steak and lobster and caviar and filet mignon, multiple times a week if they wanted it, or multiple times a day even. How can they relate to our people? How? Food for thought. See what I did there? Food for thought. No, man. And it's nothing against the 21-year-old, nothing against the 22-year-old. God bless them. And I know the 22-year-old is running against me. God bless her. I mean, more power to you. But I would really wish that they would have approached and said, we want to learn the ropes. We want to be community servants first. We want to go out there and serve our community. And show us that they actually care about our students, our staff out there. But hey, mommy and daddy have millions of dollars in the bank. Uh, Let mommy and daddy buy me an election at BISD. Not on my watch, baby. Not on my watch. I'm not going to let it happen. Again, I don't care. I'm not going to let it happen. I'm going to fight my race like I usually fight my race. It's a blood sport. I'm going to fight it tooth and nail. And I plan to fight every other race as well. The vote is important as the presidential election. If you have been turning 18 soon, go get them registered. Yes. One of the students that I ran into at 7th and Park this week, he says, "Oh, I wish I could vote for you, sir. And but I'm, I won't be turning 18 till October. I'm just 17." I go like, "You can register. You can register." So we got him the registration form. We hope that he goes and turns that in. If you're listening to me, please turn that in. If you're 17, close to turning 18, you can register to vote. Please. So if you have been teens turning 18, go get them registered to vote before elections. Please, every single vote is going to count, folks. Please. Very important. Full to the rim with brim. That's the name. That's the slogan. The Bingo Cemetery. Yeah, that's what it is. Saw Little Eddie and St. Joe Chick signs on Paredes Line Road. We need some Erasmo and Frankie signs on that street too. We're trying, guys, but a lot of times these individuals out there, we have to ask permission. A lot of these, a lot of these rich people, like the St. Joe kids, they own all that property. I would dare say that they own a big old chunk of land throughout the city of Brownsville. For them, it's easier to put up signs. We have to put, and then they have their own people putting up their hired people. Little Eddie too. He's got enough vendor money out there that he's got his vendor people putting up signs. We can't afford that. We put up our own signs. That's where we get these sunburns. Hello, Sandy. San Antonio con esta gente. Bueno, muchas gracias. By the way, I need a shirt too. Come by, Smiley. I have one for you. 1240 East Madison. Send me an inbox, bro. Love you. Maggie. Hey, Maggie. Hermosa, ¿cómo estás? Marisa is one strong mama. She's just what we need. Let me tell you, she's a fighter. Yep. She's a fighter. She's a brawler. She's worked for everything that she's had. So I'm very proud that Marisa, has opted to, throw her hat in the ring. And as of right now, it's just her and Minerva. As of right now, Marisa Leal is an outstanding candidate for BISD trustee. 100%, Sandy. 100%. Again, I've known Marisa since high school. And again, she would be an amazing asset for the BISD Board of Trustees. Good evening, Shayna. You came in late. Karma for POTUS. It is what it is. Preach, Dak. I have many family members in Brownsville at Osmo 4. You love you, Fernando. We'll need them, bro. Really. Great answer, Frank A. Dejen los chipayates con la tía solterona. No batallen. Grandparents, tias, etc. Yeah, I agree. People are all over the place. Walmart should be like there's no virus. Please, shout it. Erasmo, stay home. And again, that's one of the reasons why I did the antibody test. I wanted to show people that, despite the fact that a lot of people think that Erasmo's everywhere, blah, 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 I am not. I have taken very good care of myself. Trump Trail ran through Brownsville today. Yes, 75 plus vehicles actually did a little parade type of thing, Papi Trump thing. More power to you. Frankie, how about half chicken in the morning and half in the afternoon for school?
That's something that I was discussing earlier, Fernando. Again, I will advocate and be vocal about not having students and staff return until at least January, and then that will give us a better picture to assess, the problem that we're dealing with. But if the board is very adamant on this, I would make a suggestion that last names from A through L, go to school Monday and Wednesday, N through Z go to school Tuesday and Thursday, and our special needs population, our special needs students, they could probably go on Fridays because they do need some face-to-face instruction, because we have to avoid having 100% of campuses returning back to school. Erasmo, we heard and saw about we read about what happened in Georgia. They went back to school, and what happened? Hundreds of positive cases. And that's one thing that we should avoid. Safety should be our number one concern, guys. And I feel the district is failing us in that aspect. Monday, the staff is already set to go back, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So if we do have to, if this leadership is adamant on sending students back, I would make a suggestion of A through L, Monday through Wednesday, N through Z, Tuesday and Thursday, with special needs going in on Friday for face-to-face instruction. But I would not favor that position, Erasmo.
Okay. What if a parent chooses not to send their child after the 4 weeks of brick and mortar BISD classes? Again, every parent is the one that ultimately has to make the choice for their children. And if the parents ultimately decide not to send their children back, there will be no repercussions whatsoever. None. I want 2 shirts. How much is the donation? Anything. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much. So I'll see you. Love you. I'm about to make my own YouTube looking studio so I can make videos for my students. Screen, cameras, tripod, stands, desk, microphone. Yeah, man. Again, that's a lot of money that's being invested. And unfortunately for us, our teachers aren't being offered a stipend in regards to saying, hey guys, here's a good 5,000. I'm sorry, here's a good $500. Go buy yourself equipment. To prepare something, man. Something that is symbolic, not $66 a month. But hey, guys, something substantial to where a lot of people can, get their little setup and nice and spiffy. I need my Carlos sign and your sign too. It has one next to the Frankie when I have. I'm going to try and get signs this week. Later, cats. I'll let you know on Wednesday, Papa. Who is Eddie that's running for BISD? Sorry, I'm new here. He's a little puppet of Sylvia Atkinson. 546-544-0809. Thank you, Lorena. Exactly. Call in for your mail-in ballot. More info on drive-through voting. Drive-through voting is going to be curbside voting. You drive up, and someone will come out with proper PPE and pass you the ballots, and you will choose, and then you will be able to put them in the box directly or watch them as they put them in the box. That's what they were doing for I will vote for Ms. Peña's opponent. Thank you, Lolita. We are going to need everyone to vote against Minerva Peña. Yes, we're going to a pandemic, and have you heard of herd immunity? I feel that is what is happening here in the Valley. It's very unfortunate. Who's running against La Pingüina? Marisa Leal for place 6. Erasmo, if everyone rocks the vote in October, November, change can happen. There are enough teachers that can easily make this happen 100%. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again. Get rid of Minerva. I don't care if she's done favors for you. I don't care if she's hired your little tío, your tía. I don't care what she's done. Get rid of her. Late, but I'm here. Hi, Olivo, Frankie. Good evening. Patty Morales. Hey, they were giving trips to Europe and other countries. Yo muy apenas me llevan al Dean Porter Park. Bro, I was telling people that I drive to San Antonio and I turn back because I've already run out of funds. I'm poor. Never been to those fancy restaurants. Yeah, man. They go anytime they want. Good evening, Mr. Erasmus. Just passed by your office. I'm here. Field trip for us back in the day was going to the car shows in the old Lincoln Park under the freeway. I remember that one. I remember that little island out there. Let me tell you, our field trip was going to the zoo. Once a year, we look forward to going to the zoo, and because we get free tickets. I remember Mom would give me 50 cents and a Twinkie, and I'd take a Twinkie and 50 cents to go buy me something. But I think one time I got $1. I can't remember. Being a doctor, I can eat steak and lobster, but I prefer rice and beans because I'm a Mexican. Thank you, doctor. Love you. I've heard that some teachers have over 30 students in one class. How is the teacher supposed to social distance then? It's impossible. Can't happen. Sipping on Dom Perignon. What's going to happen with substitute teachers? Let me tell you, I'm going to even say that there's going to be opportunities for some substitute teachers, but not all. And I say some because one of the things that is happening right now, Arlie, some of our teachers are fighting the coronavirus. We had one teacher on yesterday. We had another one on a couple of weeks ago. A lot of individuals won't be able to, start the school year with their classroom. So there might be the opportunity. One of the things that I'm concerned with is, are we training our substitute teachers out there? Or do we have a pool of trained substitute teachers ready, to fill in? It's just, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know what they're planning for out there. I'm very concerned that they have absolutely no plan. But let me tell you one thing, Arlie, and I'll try to answer part of your question. We as the board, we don't make those decisions. It's not our job as a board to make decisions in regards to, the job duties of these individuals. We are overseers. We just make sure that what happened with Sylvia Atkinson doesn't happen. That's what we do, because a lot of times a lot of people go, well, why don't you know the specifics about budget and everything? That we pay $300,000 to a CFO for him to know about the budget. He's supposed to put it out to the board members in a way that they can understand and they can share with the public. You know, it's what it is. We're not the ones that have the degrees in microeconomics or macroeconomics or whatever that's all called, which I have absolutely no idea what that even is. Anyway, I take to register my 18-year-old. Rosie, please come by my office. I will show you exactly where to go. It's only like 3 doors down. Buenas noches, Rosie. Please, come by my office. Buenas noches, nos vemos mañana. Gracias, Mario. Bendiciones. Hello, guys. Good evening, Angela. Don't forget to fill out the census. Yes, 2020census.gov. 2020census.gov. Failure starts from the top. Yeah, it's trickled down failure. Really, Frankie, not safe. Yeah. Something happened in Oklahoma. A student not only went to school and had tested positive for COVID. 100 people now quarantined. Yes, and it's not only happening in Oklahoma. It's happening in every single city out there that has opened their doors. Homeschooling is most definitely an option. And wow, David Castro, that's bad, but good for you. He's amazing, an amazing educator. A through L one day MZ would be a terrible idea. Yeah,
we have to find out how a way to minimize, having all the students there. Whether that's A through L. We're gonna have to. If a school campus has 1,200, 1,400 students, how do we minimize that for having the least possible risk of exposure? That's just one idea. Again, we need to figure out ways to prevent a large group of students and staff congregating in these campuses. Again, that's not something that I'm in favor of, but it is apparent that this administration is adamant on after September 28th, sending the students back to campuses. And again, we all know it's because of funding, but hey, that's just a suggestion. That's not something that again, I'm not for it, but it's something that that leadership is going to have to take a look at to see what's the best option for everybody involved.
Zulu, the ATL one day MTZ actually would be a terrible idea because it would fall into what's called a block schedule, and the block schedule is definitely not going to be working for our students out there. But again, going back into the situation, we have to have options out there available to us, and to have those options available out there to us, we have to have. Look, part of the problem with what the district has done is that they haven't brought in the professionals into the different meetings that they have, especially with their task force out there, in order to bring out these solutions. Look, the experts are the teachers. The experts are the counselors. They're the ones that are going to know what is in the best interest of our students. They're the ones that already have already gone through this during the last 6 weeks of last year. I agree. A special education only on Friday. We need to understand the complete dynamics in regards to a lot of the needs of a lot of our special education students out there. Guys, again, we need to produce options in some way, shape, or form out there. Some type of options, but they have to come from a collaborative consensus. Bringing the teachers in, bringing the counselors in, let them go out there and give out these ideas to the superintendent. Yes, parents would sue. They should be getting the same as regular ed kids. Again, it's really important that some form of education continue. One of the things that I think is very important, we have to do distance learning for our kids, but there has to be some form of way. We have the personnel out there that, we can offer these services to our special ed students every single day of the week somehow. Frankie, remember my shirt?
I will.
Where are the drive-through votings being held at? Days and times. It's going to be October 13th through the end of the month. I think it's through the 30th, and every single site will have a curbside voting. Every single site. Just to bring, I know for a fact that it's going to be the Southmost Library, and it's going to be the Central Library, and there's going to be a list of others, but every single one of them out there should have curbside voting as of right now, unless something drastically happens. in regards to the numbers, come way down, or they find a vaccine next week and it's not an issue anymore, then there will be curbside voting, Rowena. But I'll get the information from the elections director this week. Let me know when to pick up my shirt. I'll come by tomorrow. And a signed shirt and mask for Frankie. Then maybe Tuesday. Tuesday evening is when everything should be in. And that's what you've criticized the young lady running against you because she is young. However, she is only 2 years younger than Frankie. Is her age really an issue? No, let me tell you, my issue is not so much with the age. My issue is with the experience behind it. You have to understand, Raul, one of the issues with a lot of the individuals out there is that they're still, that you still have emotional, not EQ, IQ? Look at guys, I'm sorry. Anyone that has been given everything all their life, everything, has taken trips throughout Europe, has cars under daddy's name, been given everything, they have no life experience whatsoever. None. And again, there's a lot of development stuff out there that I would still be concerned with. Again, to me, the individuals look very, very, very young. Again, criticize the individual because she is young. I'm criticizing the individual because they have been given everything in their life. Everything. My dad told me if it took 25 cents to go around the world, I couldn't get out of sight. I couldn't go to San Benito with 25 cents. That's all I have. When you win, will you automatically be the BISD board president? I'm going to ask the individuals who also win this time around if they would please consider myself as president of the board. Yes, there's trainings for subs. I have a permanent sub in my class, and it's supposed to start day one. I'm very proud of, because that was actually one of my concerns. We need to have sub type of training for our subs. Man, I get some shirts. Yeah, stop by. 1240 East Madison. Good night. God bless you. Raul, stay safe, Papa. Sí, gracias. Frankie, no. It only takes one. Block schedule worked great in the classroom. Yeah. We're not in the classroom, unfortunately. I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. Homeschool, no more getting sick. Wear your mask. Everyone, please. Yes. Frankie, remember my shirt. Frankie, last words.
Looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be very, very interesting to see who, at the 11th hour submits their packet for being placed on the school board. So looking forward to tomorrow. Excited to officially start the campaign. All in all, it's been great. I personally love going out and meeting different people. I've gotten large requests for signs, for shirts, for masks, and I think it's very important for our community to be able to relate to the candidate, and that's the reason why I personally go to these different locations whenever they ask for a sign, because I want to get to know the community and get to hear from them and see what suggestions they have and how they envision the district moving forward. And I think that's going to be very important when we are voting for our candidates in this coming election. So I look forward to tomorrow, seeing who officially is going to be in the race. It's going to get very interesting tomorrow. So looking forward to tomorrow, guys, and we'll be here tomorrow night to discuss this matter into more details. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Guys, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Again, no numbers came in from the county. No numbers came in from Hidalgo unless they came in while we were talking. But if they did, I'll post them later on. Tomorrow morning, we'll go over a lot of what happened with Sylvia's trial. And on Friday, there was an article in the Herald and the Monitor out today. So we'll decimate that slowly amongst ourselves tomorrow. Guys, again, take care of each other. Anyone out there that is in need, anyone out there that, needs a helping hand, please be that helping hand. Saludos, señores. Bendiciones, Iván. Dios te cuide. Guys, Please be good to each other, and please be good to me. Bye.